Welcome to Bear News. I'm Israel Thompson.
And I'm Brielle Horn. Today we dive into stories from this past week here and around the world.
On the eve of peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, Russia launched major attacks targeting Ukrainian power plants. Officials say more than 70 missiles and 450 drones struck cities across the country. The strikes left over 1,000 apartment buildings without heat as temperatures continued to drop. Ukrainian leaders say the attacks show Russia is not serious about peace, and they are preparing to respond. Officials believe targeting of energy systems is meant to weaken morale and force Ukrainians into submission during the winter months.
Another wave of documents connected to the Jeffrey Epstein has been released, bringing new attention to the high-profile names linked to the case. The files include flight logs, court records, and photos showing several public figures who had contact with Epstein over the years. Former President Donald Trump and business leader Elon Musk are among those mentioned in the documents. Officials say being named does not necessarily indicate wrongdoing, but rather association or contact. Some materials released initially included sensitive images, which were later removed after complaints. Investigators say additional documents could be released as the review continues.
In Norman, Oklahoma, health officials are reporting a measles exposure linked to a local business. The exposure site has been identified as Logie's Bar. The Oklahoma State Department of Health says the location is a popular gathering spot, which may have increased the risk of spread. Measles is a highly contagious respiratory disease caused by rubella virus, and it can especially be dangerous for those who are unvaccinated. Officials are urging anyone who was at the location during the exposure window and is unsure of their immune status to contact their healthcare provider and complete a form on the health department website. The case is believed to be linked to an international travel, and officials recommend avoiding the location for the next 21 days while monitoring for symptoms.
The Oklahoma Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly train incident in Pauls Valley. After a woman was struck while walking on the railroad tracks, troopers say the crash happened just before 2 p.m. near East County Road 1550 in a wooded area not visible from the street. The rail crossing remained closed for several hours as emergency crews responded and cleared the scene. Responders from the Pauls Valley Fire Department, the Garvin County Sheriff's Office, and BNSF Railway assisted with the investigation. Officials say the woman was walking south along the tracks when the train struck her. The circumstances surrounding why she was on the railroad are still under review. Troopers remind the public to stay off train tracks and always use designated crossing for safety.
An Oklahoma lawmaker has filed a bill that could expand paid parental leave for teachers across the state. Current law provides 6 weeks of paid maternity leave for childbirth. The new proposal would double that time, giving teachers up to 12 weeks off. The bill will also extend the same paid leave to adoptive parents, ensuring families have time to bond with their children. Fathers would qualify for 6 weeks of paid paternity leave. Supporters say the change could help teachers balance family life while staying in the classroom long term.
A family detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in January has now been released. Liam Kanahe Ramos and his son Adrian Alexander Conejo Arias entered the United States in 2024. Reporters say they may have used the CBP-1 mobile app to apply for entry, though officials have not confirmed those details. The Department of Homeland Security claims Ramos attempted to flee during his arrest and also accused him of leaving his son in a vehicle. The pair were taken into custody on January 20th in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and later transferred to a detention center in Dilley, Texas. They were released on January 31st. Representative Joe King Castro escorted the family back to Minneapolis, where community members shared support through letters and social media messages, welcoming them home.
Devon Energy has announced plans to merge with Coterra Energy, a Houston-based oil and gas company. State officials say some employees will remain in Oklahoma, helping protect local jobs. Governor Kevin Stitt says the merger shows Oklahoma continues to be a leader in the energy industry, and added that the state is proud to be home to one of the nation's strongest oil and gas companies. Devon Energy has long played a major role in Oklahoma's economy, supporting jobs and communities across the state.